Week number 5 in the football season found the Bears back at home to take on Arizona State, a team they had defeated 8 of the last 9 meetings. And obviously the Bears needed a victory very badly after having lost 2 games in a row to nationally ranked teams on the road. It was Ohio State and then USC. So back at home, the Bears had a lot of confidence, but it just didn't happen as Arizona State jumped out to the early lead and was able to hold on to a 27-17 victory. This week, huge week. It's the Joe Roth Memorial Game. It's homecoming, and it's UCLA at Memorial Stadium. Here's what the head coach and the players had to say about the game this week against the Bruins.
UCLA is more of a true spread attack. I didn't see Ohio State as being that. Ohio State, they use their quarterback to run with designed runs like quarterback counter and things where they design actual run plays for him. These guys are a little bit more zone read type stuff where they're going to hand it, and then if you take the giveaway, they're going to pull it. But they're not so much designed runs for the quarterback as Ohio State was.
They like to get up on the ball and go fast. That's something that we prepare for. We see it on film, obviously. We played against a few teams who've done this. We got a good game plan, so we're feeling confident, and we're going to try to contain the quarterback and things like that and work on the stuff we need to so that we can come out with the victory.
We need to keep working, We know that, UCLA obviously did that, quarterback ran for a lot of yards last year. Working on it, guys from every position, whether it's, making sure the insides all the gaps on the insides are set, whether the guys are coming down and filling the right holes, whether it's the guys are setting the edge.
I feel like we have the film there to help us get better. The coaches and everybody have a positive mindset, so we're looking forward to fixing up those things and getting after it this week.
So the Bears will be ready for the Baby Bears come Saturday night. Remember, the kickoff is slightly after 7 o'clock. Hope to see you out here at Memorial Stadium. One of the guys that will be an integral factor because of the UCLA offense will be the inside linebacker, Nick Forbes. He's played a lot this year for the first time in his career, getting a lot of playing time. The young man from Maryland, as you can tell, is both excellent in the classroom and on the playing field. When using the phrase, he's come a long ways, normally it refers to an athlete who has really improved, somebody that has worked very hard to maximize his potential. That is certainly true of sophomore linebacker Nick Forbes, but he has also come a long way geographically to start for the Bears. The 6'1", 236-pounder hails from Frederick, Maryland, midway between Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Growing up, he was more in tune with the ACC and the Big East and considered Duke and Virginia in his final 3 schools. The Bears were recruiting another player on his high school team, but when they saw Forbes on tape, it didn't take long to land an offer, and on his second recruiting visit.
And sure enough, the coaches, the relationship among the players was the family-oriented style that I was looking for. I felt like this could be my home away from home, and I had no regrets on the decision.
Like a lot of high school All-Americans, Forbes came with a lot of hype, but injuries and 2 guys by the name of Holt and Kendricks derailed his first 2 seasons.
Freshman year was a big adjustment coming to Cal as far as the mental aspect of the game. And then after my freshman year, I got hurt. And then in spring ball, fate decided to even up the score and take out my other foot. But it was definitely one of the toughest periods I've gone through in my life.
But that strong work ethic propelled Forbes to his first career start as an inside linebacker at Ohio State. And now he's a fixture on a number of the Bears' defensive packages as the man in the middle.
We have a little bit more on our plate, calling the strengths, getting everything right. So it definitely, you can kind of walk around with a badge of honor, being the one regulating the defense and stuff. So it is a big undertaking, but it's more gratifying when you get it all right.
Forbes seems to have a nose for the ball. He even notched the Bears' first blocked field goal in 4 seasons last week against Arizona State. Now he wants to get both hands on the ball and show off some of those high school moves that accounted for 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns as a senior.
Every linebacker always talks about their glory days of touching the ball, but I'm really anxious to get my hands on the ball. I told Coach Janik we were doing pooch kicks in practice, and I told him, I was like, I'm not going to fair catch one if I get a chance. So we'll see once I get to that point.
Forbes is majoring in political economics, says money rules the world. Maybe number 11 will become one of 400, like in the Forbes 400, And once again, we'll be able to say he sure has come a long ways. Joining us now is volleyball coach Rich Feller. The Bears on the road a couple of weeks in a row, and this past weekend down in the state of Arizona. Tough one against Arizona State, but you bounced back nicely against Arizona on Sunday. But it sounds like one of the keys to that entire trip was what maybe happened on Saturday during practice on Saturday to help you get ready for the Wildcats.
Yeah, you know, we had a low of lows on Friday night, and we talked to the team about the practice Saturday, and I was actually debating whether or not to even have a practice. And they convinced me they needed it, they wanted it, and I said, then it's all or none. It's, you know, we go hard or we don't go. And we went hard. We went hard for an hour and a half. Everyone played, everyone practiced. We, you know, just took care of things really quickly, and it was very spirited, and a lot of good things happened in that practice, and I think that really carried over Sunday.
And what were some of the things that you felt better about your team on Sunday that maybe you hadn't seen prior this season?
Well, they just really competed hard, you know, and stopped questioning things and started respecting what other people could do to help. You know, defense is kind of contagious, and that really can fire people up. So somebody goes for a ball, dives, sacrifices their body, and then everyone around them rallies and decides they can do it too. And it starts to snowball a little bit, and the momentum gets gained. But really, you know, on Sunday, the spirit was high. Our execution was really, really good, a very high level. We sided out in set 4 at a 90% clip, which is unheard of. And it was, I think it was 60, 70, 80, and 90 in the first 4 sets. And if you side out at 50 to 60, you're going to win most ball games. You side out at 90, for sure you're winning. So that was a big part of it. We hit for a team high hitting percentage, and Corey had a great match, Christina had a great match, you know, so it was really good all-around team effort, but the attitude was just positive.
All right, this next couple of weeks you're back at home finally. It's been a while since you've been at home, and certainly an extended road trip took care of that. Now you're back at home. You start with the Oregon schools. The Ducks come in as one of the top couple of teams in the country, one of only 2 teams in this league still undefeated, not just in league play, but also overall, and then you have Oregon State. So it's a Wednesday, Friday. So again, a kind of a screwball scheduling week, and so you get a chance actually to have a weekend off.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We can be real students. I can go to a football game. They can go to a football game. So we'll actually have a Saturday, Sunday off. But looking forward to Oregon State. You know, they've one of the few teams that's knocked off Penn State this year. And so even though their record or their ranking is not high up there, they are a very good ball club. And as with anyone in the Pac-12, it's going to be a battle. And we're looking forward to that, but we're definitely looking forward to a weekend off.
There you go. Well, have a good week on the court and off the court. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you very much.
All right, volleyball coach Rich Feller on CowBears.com. During halftime of the game, the Bears honored their national champions from 2011-12, most of them from the pool, as the men's and women's swimming and diving programs duplicated their success from a year ago. The women won their 3rd title in 4 seasons under head coach Terry McKeever, with 5 individual titleists and 2 relays. McKeever was named the coach of the meet. Her counterpart on the men's side, Dave Durden, was also named coach of the meet, as the Bears captured 2 relays and 4 individual crowns. Glenn Nishino continued Cal's dominance on the pommel horse with the school's 4th national title in 7 seasons at the NCAA Gymnastics Championships in April. The 10 individual golds represented the most in school history and means that Cal has secured at least 1 national crown in 39 straight years. Congratulations. Well, that does it for this week. Of course, we'd like to see all of you out to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, 7 o'clock, the kickoff, as the Bears take on UCLA, the Joe Roth Memorial game, and, of course, homecoming as well. And we're outside of Haas Pavilion, and not too long, we're going to have the basketball team starting their practices, getting ready for the 2012-13 campaigns. More on that in future shows. For all of us here at CowBears.com, I'm Todd McKim. Thanks for joining us, and have a great week.